So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the call. Now, today, what I'm going to be doing very quickly, very quickly. Today is Sunday, the 26th of July, 7:40 p.m. East African Standard Time. And what I want to do is just to do a quick pre-London session analysis for the week ahead. For those who have been following me, you kind of now know that I trade the London session, which starts at 10 a.m. our time, East African Standard Time. So depending on where you are in the world, if you're in the US, that would be probably 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. So that's that. Now, what I usually do, because I am also a trade ideas giver, meaning that I share my trade ideas on our IM Academy Vibrata platform. The reason why I do the analysis is because I just like to have a nice glance way ahead about how the market will go. And then I prepare for the week. And then I go and share my trade ideas on Vibrata. So thank you for tuning in. I will do this very quickly because this is just basically technical analysis. And I'm basically, as you know, a price structure trader, market structure, price action market structure trader. Now, obviously, how I analyze doesn't necessarily mean that that's how the market will turn out, but this is what I'm looking at. And yes, the market will open tonight at midnight Kenyan time, East African Standard Time. So I'm still early, but I just wanted to do a quick overview analysis and just get on with the rest of the evening. So we are looking at US 30, and usually when I do my analysis, I like to write down my notes. I'm just opening my notebook right now, opening a new page so I can write down some things, some notes, so that I can also be able to gauge towards the remainder of the week. So my potential trade ideas for the week are obviously US 30, then there's secondly German 30. So looking at US 30, as we saw, I was in a trade on Friday, I remember, on US 30 that just took forever to close, but we eventually closed in blue. And we can see technically, there was an impulse down of about 369 pips, about 360, 70 pips. My take on US 30 right now, when I look at it, just following market structure. And again, remember guys, this is not set in stone. Depends on how the market will open, depends on what news will come out later on tonight, tomorrow morning. But technically we know that Corona has really ravaged the world, and countries and economies are under pressure. The US is not one that has been spared. Every day we've been getting news that their cases are rising in different states, especially like Texas, Florida, and so on. So it's taken a toll on the economy, and I know that I believe there were jobless claims that came out on Friday last week. Really not good. Manufacturing was not necessarily the great. Did change too much, but yeah. So that's really fundamental sentiment. So for me, that also kind of informs my analysis, because I know that technically the trend right now is down, albeit the pullbacks. So if I look at this critically, very quickly, I'm just seeing possibly a downtrend of at least 400 pips, yeah, that you can look at. So about 400 pips, yeah, from where it's at right now. So that's US 30. I'll look at German 30. German 30 is telling me the same story. Yes, it's gotten to its support area. And also US 30 is on the support, by the way. If it breaks that, then definitely 400 pips. If it pulls back, then we'll always look at the trade again. For German 30, I'm looking at an initial, let's say 150 to about, let's see, 150, so 177 to like 275. So sell the US 30, German 30 rather, of 150 to 275 pips. Okay. I'll look at SP 500. Another index. Let's look at it. Seeing the same thing again. Saying not set in stone because the market could open differently. So I'm looking at possibly, and the reason why I look at the day chart is just to have the overall trend. Obviously, when I'm deciding on my entries, I then go to the lower time frames, like maybe the 30-minute chart, which is my specific entry point. So SPX, I'm seeing like at least a drop of 70 points. Yeah. Let's look at NAS. I mean, the markets have been really bearish, so it's not like there's a bit of a pullback on NAS. So it's possibly that there's a rejection here, possibly. And we could actually see a reversal of about 98 points and then a drop of about 135 points. So NAS may look at a pullback of about 70 points and then a drop of about 150 points. Either that or it'll just drop 150 points. Actually, it could drop more than 150 points and drop probably 250 points. Yeah. Then we have, I like to look at the dollar index. The dollar has been losing value. And yeah, it's been losing value. So it's very possible that it'll continue losing value. But remember, July is earnings month. So the markets, the stocks are very, very volatile, very unpredictable. So news is really a huge factor when you're analyzing the markets, especially this period of earnings, when most companies on the indices are all just reporting their output, their profits, their profitability, their results for the year and stuff like that. So really it's good to just be on top of the news. So I look at another pair I like to trade, which is AUD USD. Okay, so it seems like there could be, in fact, when I look at US 30, actually, let me go back. I feel like it's possibly that it's gotten to the support. Okay, so I'll also be looking for, both for US 30 and German 30, I'll be looking for pullbacks, okay? Because it's gotten to the support and likely it could bounce off the support and go up. Okay, so that's one thing. And if it does bounce off the support, then we can see at least 300 pips to about 350 pips. Okay, so that's potentially. Remember, trading is not, there's no one. In the morning when I wake up and I'm looking at the London session prior, I just probably have a much clearer view. But just know that it's on the support right now. If it breaks this support, then definitely we're going for a sell. So back to AUD USD. Australian dollar has also been under pressure. It had really, like impulsed on, I think it was on Wednesday. Yeah. Actually Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, last week. I feel like it's also gotten to its support, okay? So like, I feel like it's also kind of like, so it's possibly, it could reject and go up and then come back down. Very possible, very possible. If I look at the 30 minutes, Yeah, there's a very strong, it kind of just, this is a, it bounced off this region, if I look left, yeah, it was unable to break this, so it's possibly that it will just go up like a couple of pips, so at least 55 pips, possibly 60 pips, at least, yeah. So let's say AUD USD, potentially buy 55 to 65 pips. Did I say 65? Yeah, about 65 pips. That's a possibility. As you can see, it's been ranging, okay? This whole area here is consolidation. It's kind of been ranging in that area, and it just looks like it wants to go on a buy. So that's a possibility. That's what I'm looking at for AUD USD. Let me look at AUD JPY. AUD JPY, same thing. It bounced off the support, pulled back. Yeah, let's see the 30 minutes. Looks like it's going up. Yeah, so it could go so far. I still think it's on a downtrend though. I feel like it could go up and then come down. So it doesn't have too many ways to go, maybe another 50 pips. And then it pulls back down. I'm seeing like the trend down is more. So again, we look at it, just it probably just bounced off actually, it's actually, I think it will go down, even AUD USD. Let's look again. Yeah, there's more room down than up. Yeah, so I feel like it's exhausted its uptrend, and the pullback already happened, bouncing off the support. So actually, I believe, yeah. So let's potentially 80 pips on the downtrend. So those are the true scenarios. Yeah, pull up for rejection about 55, 65 pips, and then or drop of 80 pips, 80 to 100 pips. Now so let's look at gold. Gold really hit 1900 last week, which was really what I expected it to do. And we made some money on gold last week. I mean, really. So technically, I'm still pushing for the uptrend on gold. Yeah, it's now kind of a support. Let's see, it's technically on a support. I feel like it's still gonna push up, probably push up another, let's look at the previous high. Like gold is gold, like gold is gold. Probably push up another, let's see, not much farther, but probably push up, then do a retest. But let's say that 20 pips, then do a retest. But if it breaks the 1.923, yeah, if it breaks the 1.923 level all the way to like, I think last week I had predicted 1925, but I think it'll go past that this week. Like gold is headed for 22,000 for sure. So we're still on a buy. I'll probably look at it again in the morning, just before the London session, just to see. But I trade on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I mean, I share trade ideas Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. But I just like to, it's good to have a good idea of where the market is headed. So a buy on gold. Let's look at another pair, Euro USD. Euro USD. Euro USD, wow, just headed up. And the reason being, the dollar has been really struggling. Last week it really struggled, so it technically gained against, you know. So I'm still biased for the uptrend, for sure, for sure, for sure. And my target is still up here. Like, this is a target I've had for quite a long time. I think for the last 3 or so weeks, I've been expecting, yeah, because we're in our third, I think we're in our final week this week of July, yeah. So for the last 3 weeks, yes, I've been bullish on Euro USD, and it's done exactly that. So my take is it will get to another 130 pips, and then maybe begin to the buyer's momentum may reduce then. So target is to watch is 1.17924. That has been my, that's Euro USD. We have Euro NZD. Same thing with Euro NZD, quite bullish. It's been in a range, okay? I feel like it's going to test this high. It's about 280 pips. Yeah, that's really, really what I'm seeing. If I don't want to put, so 17.8, 1.78510. Euro, let's see, Euro card, how's that looking? Same drill, this is the high, so if it breaks that ceiling all the way up, that's 180 pips. Yeah, about 180 pips on Euro card. Then we have Euro. I just like to look at all the pairs. Euro GBP has been rejecting. I mean, you know, it's been ranging, and I think it's gotten to its high. If it does break that high, I'm seeing it going all the way to like, let me just change this so that I can, 92.90, 92.290. Yeah, because it's been ranging pretty nicely, clearly, evidently. Yeah, this here is just a range. So I'm seeing Euro GBP probably going another maybe 100 pips. Doesn't really move that much, but in a day, but maybe 120 pips on Euro GBP. But it's been rejecting here, okay? That one I can, you know, but looks very bullish right now. Euro AUD is another pair I love to look at. Same drill, guys. Same drill. Looking at, let's say, 1.66. That's about 273 pips. So we'll see how it is in the morning. Euro, NZD card, USD, GBP, AUD. I think Euro JPY. So I think the Euro pairs right now are pretty bullish. Yeah, there's a bit of rejection on Euro JPY. Okay. I guess to kind of ease out the, but I'm seeing like 127.3. It's trying to get to a totally, yeah, so this is possible. Euro JPY. We're gonna be doing like what 383. Long term, you could buy and just hold. We'll wait and see if it breaks this ceiling, this support and resistance of 124.217. Definitely headed up. Definitely headed up. Yep. Market structure is perfect, but we'll just wait and see. Right now it's on the support. Yeah. So if it wakes up, headed up. Okay, so let's look at the GBP pairs, the GBP JPY, for example. 20 minutes in. Okay, so GBP JPY kind of rejected this support. Looks like it's still on its way up. Okay, but obviously there's a strong support and resistance here, so it could reject and just drop. Yeah, and drop. So I'd be watching that. If not, an impulse up. I feel like 136.428 is a good target. That's about 70 pips on a buy. Yeah, so 70 to like, let's see what the daily is telling me. So I actually think 70 to like 70 to 90 pips, to be honest. Yeah, on GJ. GU is telling me the same thing. Okay, GU is telling me the same thing. We are bullish. I'm going for like 209 pips. Let's see. Same drill. I mean, the market structure is really clear for me. I don't need to spend too much time. 180 pips. So it looks like we're very bullish on the GBP pairs, but we'll observe in the morning. Looking bullish still. 120 pips. GBP, AUD, a bit of a rejection, possibly will drop to 27. You know that GBP pairs have been suffering, so, and AUD has been gaining on it generally, so that's why I still feel AUD may still be stronger than the GBP, the pound, but we'll see. CHF. A drop, but it's on the resistance and support, on the support, so it might just, I'm seeing about 85 pips myself. Obviously, like I said, guys, and I keep insisting, fundamentals are going to be key. I think we're good. I think I've looked at all the GBP pairs. Let's look at AUD. I'm still seeing rejection. Although this may drop, a big may just drop, but there's a bit of a rejection. So it might be impulse, pullback, continuation. So yeah, maybe 50 pips. Yeah, so guys, I've looked at 90 pairs. Let me look at another one card. NZD, JPY, rejection. I've had a sell stop here for quite some time. So it hasn't yet executed. I'm kind of feeling like NZD, JPY might just drop, but not much. I don't think it's ready. Maybe 90 pips, maybe 90 to like 140. But I'm more biased 90 to 100 pips. 90 to 100 pips. But there's a strong support here. So possibly go up. So I look at it in the morning. CAD JPY, I'd expected a drop. That's understandable. There's a bit of rejection here. So possibly still on its way up. It's possibly still on its way up. But we'll look at it again. So that's it, guys. I've analyzed 19 pairs. Total potential pips we're looking at from these pairs is what? 400, 770, 800, like 800, 50, 950, 1,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 3,000 pips minimum from these 19 trades. So that's that, guys. And then obviously, you know, I'll be looking at news, Forex Factory, right? It's one of the websites that I monitor. Also monitor CNBC, Daily FX. Of course, there's no news on Sunday. Tomorrow, not much news either. Daily FX, yeah. So we'll do the fundamentals in the morning. But thanks, guys. That's it for today. It's been a pleasure.